Hi, I am Mike of Nearly Enough Dice, and this is the Kerbal Space Program. I am currently orbiting Ike in Discovery 2, and we're just going round and round and round and round and round, and I'm collecting science as I go, which means every time we cross over a biome, I need to take a new gravity scan, and my scientist has to get out and grab that data and go back in again. Meanwhile, I am doing the required scans. I'm actually doing all the scans that I can do of Ike. So it's resource scan and biome scan and high level altimetry and low level altimetry. Unfortunately, the high level altimetry is kind of suborbital, so I'm only getting little stripes, and I'm not getting the whole thing. But never mind. Eventually, I get. I decide I've had enough. I'm going to get as much as I'm going to get. I move myself over to the poles to try and get those little bits. My original orbit wasn't taking me over the poles, but then I realized just how long it's going to take me to get those final high level scans without changing my orbit to go up. I'm still a bit worried about my full on delta V's, so the decision I made was to go back to Duna and then start the Duna scans, which I need to do. And that's much, just the normal kind of setting up my orbit, getting over to Duna. A lot of orbital fiddling again to get the Duna orbit correct because the orbital parameters are very specific, and it's actually quite hard to get the apoapsis right without changing the periapsis too much, and vice versa. But I do eventually get there. And then it's just the same again, just go round and round and round and round. Do lots of science as I go until I've done as much scanning as I feel the need to do, and as much science as I feel the need to do. As much of the contract has been done as I can possibly get. But the only issue I have then is one final aspect of the contract.
Right, here is what I think. Here is where we are. I have got everything ticked except two things. One, unmanned, and the second one is 1 day and 3 hours. But so other than that, don't know why we're. There we go. Other than that, I've got everything else. I've got the 50% scan. I've done Ike. Ike is done. I'm in the right orbital parameters. Everything's fine. Except I need to be unmanned and I need to make that click down. I have a bad feeling about this. And so do they. Look at them. Look at them. They're not happy at all. And rightly so. Okay, I'm going to... I've suddenly realised I forgot to do the analyze data thing around Ike. So there's a whole bunch of science that I'm potentially not getting. I'm going to fold that up. I don't think it'll actually matter. But I get a terrible feeling that what I'm going to have to do... Ah, that was stuck. That's annoying. Just chuck that in there. Ooh, I've come undone. Right, what I think I'm going to have to do... Oh, that's annoying. Is... Oh, lordy lord. I think I'm going to have the crew outside for a long extended period of time. Right, okay. You stay there for a second. You come out. And you climb down a bit. swap back to you. Oh, he's come undone. You see the times now clicking down? So if I can... The problem is I can't actually sit around for a day with these Kerbals floating about in space. Come on. And I've positioned the ladder poorly. And I was kind of vaguely hoping that I'd be able to have them both on the same ladder. Right, okay, you have to park you where I know I can park you. Well, I should be able to park you anyway. Right, okay. Oh, heaven's sake, can you not? I have a problem because I don't want my Kerbals to drift away. But they're not grabbing onto things. Come on, come on, come on! Come on, why aren't you grabbing onto things? Okay, right. Alright, now. So that is counting down. I just need to be able to store my Kerbals. Hey, where are you going? Without them drifting away. Because if I leave them to drift for an hour, for a day, I won't be getting them back, and that will be a bit of a waste. Now, I do not believe two Kerbals can share the same ladder. And I can't turn over, which is what I would like to do. Because the instant I do any kind of adjustments... Right, let's go to chase cam. Let's see what happens if I do that. I think... No. I thought something exciting was going to happen. Cannot remove helmets. That was exactly an option. I was hoping to see if I could use the alternative... no, that's not either. Ooh. Okay. I was wanting to see if I could use the alternative keys for... Ah! Are we actually grabbed on? Yeah. Right. Cannot... Well, I think I just... Oh, no. Oh, this is aggravating as heck. Right, let's go to here. Turn on SAS. Right, so I can't walk while things are on a ladder, which is meaning, in theory, I'd have to sit. Oh, that is aggravating. What the heck? Okay, so apparently put it this way. Oh right, so I would have to sit around here for like 6 hours to do this. I mean, I fully approve of you can't warp while there are Kerbals on a ladder. But in this particular instance, it's kind of aggravating because it means that I can't actually complete this mission. Oh well, I can't complete the mission. I kind of feel, I've got to say, like I will have achieved the spirit of the mission, if not technically the letter of the law or letter of the mission. So I may possibly just go into there we go. Let's go to locked auto. So I may, I may consider myself authorized to use the cheat menu. So because the only things I can't do are things that I would in fact be able to do. I'm going to get all the data. It's just not going to be on an unmanned craft, and I don't know why the game specifies so very particularly that it has to be unmanned. But there you go. Yar. So what I may do instead is just finish up the scan here. Decide whether or not I'm really bothered about getting a full map of Duna. Oh, that's interesting. Why isn't it doing anything? Yeah, it should be doing stuff for Duna. I don't know why the color for the Duna's altimetry is green. That's really weird. But I've got over 50% of a low level. I'm quite happy, probably okay to have just a low level. And then start thinking about getting back home. And if I really want a full altimetry scan, send out a probe that will just do that. Part of the problem is if I want to get the high level scan, I need to go higher because I'm at the suboptimal for that, which means I'm only getting these little tiny swipes through. Ooh, look at that. But I don't know why the scan overlay is not working. That is a bit weird. No, okay, fair enough. You're not working. So at that point, at this stage, just kind of, yeah. Oh, I can't even. I just suddenly realised I can't even like nip out every so often to get a quick. I'll just do 5 minutes of being unmanned and then nip back in. You notice the clock's immediately. I know what might fix this, actually. I know what might fix this. Because I am, in fact, going to take this back to Kerbal. And then they're going to transfer over to the SSTO rocket. At which point, this will become unmanned. And I may well be able to get away with that. Because all the other things are ticked. So it's not saying I have to be in that orbit for and I don't think it's saying that. I think it's saying I have to be unmanned for an hour and a half. Well, given a day and a half, given Kerbal's 6-hour day. So that might be all I need to do. . how are we doing for... Can I get information on which one I've got most of? Slightly annoyed by the overlay not working. Oh, hang on. What happened? Oh, I've got another contract, a separate contract to do low resolution scan of unit, which I've just gotten. Excellent work despite the grainy monochrome image we've recovered. Despite the grainy monochrome image we've recovered, our experts are very excited to see what they can find. So there you go. That's 313,000 Kerbal lights. Let's bring up the big map again. I just want to see if there are any obvious big gaps in the low level. I think if the low level's basically done, I'm going to call it a day. And no, actually, there's still great big chunks of low level not done. Anyway, that's that. I'm going to do a few more bits of that. Interesting enough, I'm not getting any... oh, hang on. Let me just check a thing. I've not been getting any gravity scan alerts, and I think I should be getting those. I thought so. Look at that. Should be getting it. So I'm going to do more of that, and then the next stage is getting home. So that is the next thing I'm going to be doing. And then we take that data. Oops. What have I done? What have I done wrong? Take data. Here we go. Quick check if there's anything worth grabbing here. Don't think so. I think I must already have those. Those don't change by biome, so I've already certainly got those. So basically now it's just going round and round and round until I get as full a low level scan as I can, and then go back home. So that's what's happening next.
So, as I continue to do lots of science and lots more orbits and all that kind of stuff, I'm going to say thanks so much for watching. Do hit like and subscribe if you're enjoying these videos. Come visit Nearly Enough Dice at nearlyenoughdice.com. We're also on Facebook and Twitter. Find us there. And until next time, reach for the stars.